Hi, this is Kataliya Kirkegaard and I'm from Denmark. I've got the concept intuitive mentor.dk. Have I ever told you about the time where a psychiatrist rejected me when I asked for help? Some years ago, after I quit my job in the army and was almost killed for the 7th time, I ended up in a wheelchair. And I developed a severe post-traumatic stress disorder, and I did the very best that I could to live with it and develop my own techniques to get rid of it. But I also wanted some sort of I don't know how to say that in English, but I wanted some sort of confirmation that I had post-traumatic stress disorder. Why? It was just something that I felt I wanted. Also for the insurance companies because of the accidents and stuff that I went through. So it was so rough on me to reach out to the system here in Denmark and ask a psychiatrist whether he would, asked him if he would help me, give me some tools that would even make it easier for me to live with my post-traumatic stress disorder, which was so rough because I had no family. I had no income. I had arthritis and chronic pain, and I was struggling with an eating disorder. I was a mess. At the same time, trying to build my spiritual business and finding myself. So I reached out to the psychiatrist in a city called Silkeborg in Denmark, and I said very peacefully and calmly, "Would you please help me? Or is it possible that you can help me with some techniques and perhaps write somewhere that I do have post-traumatic stress disorder?" And he asked me to tell me a little bit more about myself. And I mentioned that I practice mindfulness and spirituality. He closed. And I saw the change in him because I'm a psychic. I've been able to see everything my whole life. He closed. He shut down all his mechanisms. And he said, "I can't help you." And I said, "What? Do you discriminate between all the people who come here in your clinic when you're a professional psychiatrist? So when women come here and they tell you that they are a Buddhist or they are Muslim or that they come from a different culture with a different way of looking and perceiving life, do you dare to reject all your patients?" And he just cut me off and he said, "I can't help you." So I went home and I tried to contact the, I don't know what it's called, but the Association for Psychiatrists, because that was so unprofessional. And the way that he cut me off when I, an ill person, reached out in the worst time of my life, I get all emotional. A doctor who pushed me away because of my spirituality. I didn't have the energy to follow up with that, with the complaint I wanted to make. But a friend of mine told me that he was also connected to the institution where she was working with mentally ill people, and she told me that sometimes he takes out his own personal issues on the mental ill citizens living in this institution. And I was like, okay, there's nothing I can do about this. And this was the only man in the area that had a great reputation about when it comes to helping people with post-traumatic stress disorder. So just before I quit the search of having justice, I got a letter saying, well, as we talked about from the psychiatrist, it said, "As we talked about the last time, I wouldn't be able to help you, but I do recommend another colleague." And that's when I realized I'm never gonna go and ask for help in that system anymore. I'm on my own and I have to fix this myself. And I did. I do not have post-traumatic stress disorder anymore. I have visited hundreds of therapists and clairvoyants and healers and old shamans like myself, and it's gone. It's not there anymore. So why am I sharing this video with you? It's because two things. It's so vulnerable to reach out to a professional psychiatrist or doctor, and perhaps you know it yourself, and then just be rejected because of your spirituality. Imagine if you and I were trying to get an apartment or get a job, and we would be rejected because we are spiritual. Like, yeah, so let's call that spiritual racism. And it's still going on out there every day, where people is being rejected because of their sex, because of their marital status, perhaps if they're gay. And Muslims every day get rejected around the world. I think it's such a shame. So what's the message for this video? It's don't ever give up. Yeah, that's the video. That's gonna be my last message and reminder to you, my beautiful soul sister and soul brother. Don't give up, ever. Don't you ever give up. Even though someone's going to reject you or hurt you and not take your hand while you're trying to reach out, just keep going. And know that help will be given to those who's asking from a pure place in their heart. We cannot ask for help and demand it, because we will get nothing. What this situation taught me was that the cure for my post-traumatic stress disorder was not to be found in the public health system. It was to be found within here. I caused myself all these traumas. I did not sexually abuse myself as a child, but I knew at a higher level what I was going to go through. I was the one abusing myself for more than 10 years, exercising 6 times a week, 2 times per day. So who's gonna cure you and heal you is yourself with your vibration, and I did the same. I was taught techniques on how to minimize my post-traumatic stress, and with my own regression therapy techniques, inner child therapy techniques, new horror concept, and cell DNA healing, I cured myself. So, my dear you, don't you ever give up. No one is gonna how do you say that? No one's gonna shape your destiny. No one is gonna tell you, please remind those words, keep them in mind. No one is gonna tell you what you're capable, what you're not capable of. Don't take no for an answer. Don't settle for less than you're worth. I might still be struggling with depth. It's a hard word to say. I'm still struggling with depth because I couldn't work in all those years. But I've learned so much throughout the years, and because I was forced to go my own way and to heal myself all by myself every day for 12 years, I've had the biggest gift given in my whole world. I'm babbling, but my biggest lesson in this journey that I've been through, which has been so rough and so lonely, is that I've helped hundreds of thousands of women around the world, and mostly here in Scandinavia, unfold their divine self, own their spirituality, own and stand and embrace their vulnerability, and not give up, even though they've been rejected or hurt or traumatized or abandoned or abused in some way. So don't give up, my dear soul brother and soul sister. I'm wishing you the best, and I hope that you benefit just a little bit from this video. I love you. Love and kisses to you from Denmark. Look at the view. Have a look. I am in what's called Ringe Leg. It's a leg from the ice period thousands of years ago. Namaste.